Hello, this is Lori from Morgan County Public Library, and we're going to do another session of chair yoga. So let's get your chair and let's go. First, we need to be seated in our chair, and you can have a stool like this or what have you, but you want to be sitting up straight in your chair. So you want your back to be as straight as you can. You want your shoulders to be down, not up, but down. And you want your head to sit level between your collarbones. So you're going to balance yourself. No, kitty, don't do that. Don't do that, kitty. Sorry. Balance yourself. Pretend that you've got a string coming out of the top of your head and someone is pulling it. Sit up straight, spine straight. Okay, your feet a couple of inches apart. You gotta leave that alone, baby. Hey, no, no, baby. No. She likes the light. Okay. Ugh. So sitting up straight, your feet a couple of inches apart. Your hands can be on your knees or on your legs. It can be cupped like this, or you can put them to the heart center. And we're going to do some deep breathing. So remember that when we're doing deep breathing, we are going to breathe, inhale in through our nose, and we're going to fill up our lungs, and our diaphragm should push down, and then our belly should poke out a little bit. So that's a belly breath, in other words, and hold it for a second or two, and then exhale, a long, slow, steady exhale. Hold it a second or two before you start the next breath. And you want them to be even. So if you're taking 5 seconds to breathe in, then take 5 seconds to breathe out. Um, and while you're doing that deep breathing, just check in with your body and see how things are going on with your body. And then we'll do that for 5 or 6 breaths before we get started with the next. So starting now. All right. So how do you feel when you're breathing like that? Do you feel like, you've slowed down? Maybe you're not so whatever. You just kind of chill out a little bit. Because when we breathe deeply like that, we are calming our body down. We're telling our body, everything's okay, calm down. We need to do this while we're doing yoga, because if we're doing something that we're not familiar with, you don't want to be tense while you're doing it, and you want to tell your body that it's okay what's happening. It's good for anything in your life. So anytime you feel stressed out, take a breath, relax, let it go, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out slowly and see if that doesn't help you. Okay, so let's get started with our neck stretches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn to my right and I'm going to hold it there for a couple of breaths before I return back to center. And then I'm going to turn to the left and do the same thing. So follow along. If you have a neck injury or something like that, or if it hurts, please don't do this. You are the best judge of your body. So if you're hurt, just go back to doing the deep breathing. But right now, let's do this. And back to center. And turn left. And back to center. One more time, a breath each. Back to center. And back to center. Okay, now we're going to make circles with our nose. We're going to be moving our head in a circle very, very, very slowly. If it hurts, stop. Don't keep going. So tracing out a circle with your nose very slowly. You're going to be moving your head around in a circle. And in the other direction, slowly. Good. Now let's do some shoulder hunches. Up by the ears, down. Up by the ears, down. Let's roll our arms back, back, and back. And the other way. Okay. And then here we're going to put our hand on the outside of our knees, palm out, the other hand behind us, and do a gentle stretch. You should feel your spine twisting. Seated spine twist. And back to center, other side. And the other side. And now, let's just do this. Bring your hands to the heart center. Turn right, back to center, turn left, back to center, turn right, back to center. You get it. Okay, move forward in your seat, and we're going to do body circles with our body. So we're going to go around and around. Take your time. Go around. Now the other direction. Last time. Sitting back in your seat. Now we're going to do some side stretches. So I want you to put one hand up and the other hand down. One hand going down to the right, one hand going up. We're doing some side stretches. And back, other side. And back, other side. And back, other side. One more time. All right. So, how do you feel? We can do lift our arms up, look up at your hands, stretch your arms up as far as you can go. Try to get your hands as close to the ceiling as you can. One more time. Going as stretching as much as I can. Come on, back down. All right. Now let's get on the edge of your seat and sit in your yoga posture, in your yoga seat, and then put your right leg out. Heel on the floor, toes pointing up to the ceiling. So that's flexed, and then we're going to straighten out our foot and flexing that way. So up, out, up, out, up, out, up, out. And bring your leg back to the center. Now let's do the left leg. So our toes are pointing up. We should feel a stretch somewhere in our leg as we're doing this. Now point your toes out, down the floor, up, down, up, down, up, down, and one more time. Up, down. And bring your leg back in. So staying on the edge of your seat, what I want you to do is I want you to bend from your hips and come down as far as you can. Now, if this is the farthest you can go, that's fine. In fact, I got these new yoga props, so if you have to, you can do this. Have your hands on these bricks and to keep you supported while you're in that position. Or if you can come down a little bit further, you can turn the block like that, or even like this. Okay. So we're going to hinge at the hips and come down. And if we can, touch our toes. This is a seated forward bend. Come back up. Again, hinging at the hips, come down. Touch our toes. Come back up. One more time. Come back up. Now I want you to widen your leg stance. So, don't know if you can see that, like this, right? You're going to widen your leg stance. And we're going to do a wide leg bend. So again, we're bending forward, touching the ground. And we can go down further in this position, so you might feel a little more when you're doing this. You should feel this inside your thighs. Back up. And down. And back up. And down. Back up. And one more time. Down. And now back up. And let's just sit for a moment. Breathing. All right. Now I want you to stand up, be close to your chair for balance, and we're going to do tree. So I'm going to turn this to the other side because we're going to do the right leg first. So holding on or leaning up against the chair, or if that's not steady enough, a wall. I want you to feel steady, okay? This is a balancing pose called tree. And so you're going to be either leaning against something to help you with your balance, or maybe you don't have to lean on anything, or you can use the wall. But what you're going to do is you're going to put your foot either down here, right above your ankle, right here at the knee. Some people can even do it up here. Just be a bit of a show off here. And then you can put your hands up overhead. And now you're a tree. This is a good exercise for balance. As we get older, we tend to not have as good a balance, and so working on balance is important. Looking in front of you, like 3 or 4 feet in front of you, and softening your gaze might help you with your balancing. Having your hands up overhead helps you with your balancing. And if you can do that pretty easy, then bring your hands to the heart center. This will strengthen your legs, especially the one you're standing on. Feel how you're grounded down to the floor through your leg. All right. And now the other side. So again, it can be right here above your ankle. It can be here at the knee, or it can be up here at the groin. This is a little bit harder for me when I'm talking, because then it's like I'm thinking about my talking as well as doing the pose. Okay. And so now we only have a few minutes left, and I would like to do some more seated breathing. So get back in your chair, sitting up straight, your feet a couple of inches apart, your shoulders down, looking straight ahead. Feel yourself settle into this position. Feel how this pose is for your body. This is staff pose for seated yoga. And in beginner's yoga, we'd be sitting on the floor with our legs straight out. But we're in a chair, so this is the chair version. And think about your breathing. Notice how the air feels as it goes in through your nose and into your lungs. Is it cool? Notice your belly coming out a little bit as you breathe in deep. And then the long exhale. And as you breathe, think about when you breathe in, you're breathing in love. And as you breathe out, stress is leaving your body. Visualize this if you can, and continue your deep breathing. Tune into your body. Can you feel your heart beating? Imagine that love settling, going straight to your heart, massaging your heart. And stress is leaving. Okay. So do that as long as you need to. I would recommend you do this every day. Just sit down for a few minutes and slow your breathing down. Pay attention to your breath. Make them long, slow inhalations and long, slow exhalations. Think of the inhalations as energy or love or light coming in, and your exhalations as stress or anger or whatever you need to let go of is leaving your body. It will help you cope with the stresses of everyday life, and that's always a good thing. So until next week, see you and bye.